Starstudded here, your host of the Hairstylist Empowerment Podcast. I have a guest today who's coming back. She's been before and she said how to do a star-studded clientele. If you haven't heard, I'll post a link below so you can listen to her first podcast. I'm going to welcome back Shereese Slate. But before we do that, if you can like, share, comment, and then we'll get right into it. So, hey, Shereese, so glad to see you again. Like with this, Shereese is like my homie. She's one person that I absolutely love. Like we could talk for hours. Literally, we could talk for hours. She's a wealth of information. She knows her stuff, and I'm so glad to welcome her back. And with everything going on, I know she has some thoughts to what's going on, but let's just dive in. So welcome, Shereese.
Thank you for having me once again. I feel like I'm talking to my friend again. Yay.
Yay. And that's a whole thing now with self-isolation. I'm not going to pretend we're not self-isolated. I'm not going to pretend. But this is a great way to kind of get to know people. And the thing with the podcast, it's like friends talking. You know what I mean? We're just getting down whatever's real, whatever's raw. Let's kind of get into it. And I'm just going to let Shereese kind of recap a little bit before, kind of give us a little bit of your background so people kind of get to know you.
Okay, I currently live in Texas, but I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. Woo woo!
Woo!
My Detroiters. I've been in the hair business for quite a long time. Started out, I had a couple of salons in Detroit. From there, I became a platform artist for, it's been a while, for TCB and Motions. I've also been a platform artist for Sebastian. Educated for Sebastian. I went on from there to always wanted to work in the entertainment industry, so I started doing some of the local celebrities in Detroit, the Clark sisters, Lisa Page, some of the fighters and the football wives. And from there, I went on to move to the New York area, and I started working with artists like Ashanti. I worked with, this is old, Foxy Brown. Every time I tell my story, okay. I can get some of the people that I worked with.
Yes.
And from there I worked with Ciara, Patti Labelle. I had a chance to do Monica. I worked on a video shoot with Christina Aguilera, which was amazing. She was awesome. I've worked with, Snoop. That was fun.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah, that was fun. I worked on a movie set with him. I've had a chance to work with quite a few people. In the music industry, in the entertainment industry, Robinson Peete, Star Jones. I always forget when I think about this.
I know, but when you've done so many, probably the list can go on and on
and
on and on. I know, because I know with your bio, that it just it's like this long. You know what I mean? But years ago, did you imagine? Pardon?
Did you download my new bio?
No. So we have to get your new bio for this podcast because everything always changes, everything evolves. But years ago, when you first started in the industry, did you ever imagine you would be here now?
No, but I always dreamed it. I always believed that if you shoot for the stars, you might just get one. Mm-hmm. So as a little kid, I started doing hair. My original first haircut happened when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
I gave my brother that famous Dalmatian dog haircut.
Oh.
I got patches all over his head. I did get in trouble, but it didn't stop me from
when your mom was looking at you saying, come on over.
Yeah, she was like, what did you do? I'm like, I didn't know that was my debut, but that was my debut.
Wow. And I think that's what it is for a hairstylist. You know what I mean? Sometimes you've always wanted it, and then other times you fall into it. So for everybody, it's a little bit different. With me, I never thought I would be a hairstylist. I was wanting to go into something else, and it's something I fell into, but it offered me the artistic as well as the psychological, because with your clients, you're always dealing with their stuff, their things. You're like their own little psychiatrist.
That's
built
right.
in.
That's true. I did go to college for a couple years for computer science.
Oh.
but that was, I liked it somewhat, but not as
Mhm.
much as hair. My mother wanted me to go to a university, so I did for a couple years,
Mhm.
but my heart wasn't there. I wanted to do hair. And I decided to follow my own dreams, and I think it was the best choice for my life. But now the crazy part is I love computers. I am so fascinated.
Oh.
I'm a computer junkie. I'm always on my computer. So
But I think, and that's what it is, like to be a hairstylist now, I think you have to wear so many different hats. Making
yes,
with yourself, with having a website, with educating, with being a celebrity stylist, with having to manage social media, with having, you know what I mean? If you have to take care of, clients, there's so many different areas that we really have to, even branding, like branding is one thing too, that I know that you created something for branding. I'll just get you to talk a little bit about that, because I know like all the steps, there's so much to do, but it's kind of nice to have one place where you can, learn the basics of everything you need to know.
that's true. I started branding before I even knew what branding was.
Mm,
And someone kind of told me about it. I was going along years ago, making sure that my brand matched my image. And that is so important. A lot of people don't have a tag name. They don't even know what a tag name is. They don't have an elevator pitch. Their business cards, they have so many different things on their business cards. And
mhm.
it's always shocking to me. So I started doing a business card analysis too, which is
Okay.
part of your brand.
Hmm.
And what I typically do is go over people's cards to make sure that they have the proper information to push the brand that they want. Oftentimes, I'll go speak at schools around the
Hmm.
country, and I would tell the students, when you have a business card, your business card should not have on there all the services that you offer. Sometimes I'll see a card and it'll say, I specialize in hair cutting, weaves, color, and they have 10 other things. And I'm like,
Hmm.
that's not called a specialty, that's called your services. Can you
Okay.
imagine a doctor telling you he specializes in feet, hearts, and brains? Can you imagine going to, okay, yeah, I want the foot doctor to work on my brain.
That's
I don't
right.
think so.
And also yeah, I took a weekend course as a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
I'll put
So
that
I'm
on
like,
my card.
all right. So your business card was designed to be a calling card, a reminder of who you are after they meet you, and you've left a great impression, and also using your elevator pitch to tell them the difference between you and the next hairstylist and why they
Hmm.
should come to you. So branding is so important. I have a course called Defining and Designing Your Brand as a Hairstylist, and it works for makeup artists and people in the beauty industry.
Hmm.
But what it does from top to bottom, it will get you started step by step on how to build your personal brand so that you can put yourself out in the marketplace to get the desired results that you want. If you go
Hmm.
on any of my social medias, if you go on any of my website, you will see my brand is consistent. I use the same picture. I have the same look. So when someone goes one place and they go someplace else, it's a constant reminder
Hmm.
of this is that particular hairstyle. It's like an artist.
Hmm.
Oftentimes when they put out an album, you'll see that specific picture on posters, on their CD, on their social media, is to remind you of their brand. This is who they're pushing. This is the product they're trying to sell. And it keeps you connected to that vision. Oh, I remember this is so and so. And so you want to make sure that people connect with you in the same way, that your brand is consistent across the board.
Hmm.
I often tell people, just because you specialize in one thing, and trust me, a specialty is one, maybe two things. It's not 10 or 15 things. It
Hmm.
doesn't mean that you can't offer other services. But they are services. But when you push your specialty, you're going to get the people in the area where you are the best, the greatest.
Hmm.
You're using your gift in a great way, and it's something that you want to share with everybody. You want to be known for, if it's hair extensions, if it's hair coloring, that's the thing you want to push.
Hmm.
Your Instagram should be full of hair color. If you want to be a bridal hairstylist, I should see a ton of bridal hairstyles.
Hmm.
If you're a makeup artist and you want to do glam makeup, or if you want to do special effects, whatever you decide you want to do, that's the thing that you need to promote on your business card and throughout your brand.
So that would include all social media. So that would go the same for like color choice, color scheme, font that you
Absolutely.
choose. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
that's very important. I use the same font. I use the same logo consistently across the board on all of my social media, on my website. If you go see one, it's going to be looking like you're looking at
Hmm.
the twin of another. And that's the way all of your branding should appear. Even your business
Hmm.
cards, they should match your social media as well as your website. And your messaging should be the same across the board.
Hmm.
Don't have one thing here and something else on another side and then something else, because you're confusing people.
Hmm.
What do you want to be known for? What legacy would you like to leave behind? I always tell people my legacy, and the statement I use is, you should be ashamed to die unless you have left your mark on the world.
Hmm.
Even in this time, you can look at this as a travesty or an opportunity for greatness to happen. I choose to see greatness, and while I sympathize, I send out my condolences and my support to families and people who have been going through rough times during this pandemic.
Hmm.
This is also an opportunity for growth. You can look at the glass half empty or half full.
Hmm.
In the midst of this last month, I created 3 new sources of income. I'm happier
Wow.
than I've ever been
Hmm.
because I choose to be. And you literally have to wake up
Hmm.
deciding, what do you want to do? Do you want to complain or do you
Hmm.
want to come up with some solutions? And I choose to come up with solutions. There are problems that are going to go on for the rest of your life. And you
Hmm.
have to decide, do you want to be a part of the problem or do you want to fix the problem?
Exactly. And I think this is why some of this, like you said, like you took the initiative, you created 3 new products or 3 new streams of income, but that's your time now. Like if you're at home doing nothing, like you said, don't complain. I don't have this, I don't have that. But Shereese, you and I are in the same boat. We don't do clients, we don't have income. You know,
Absolutely.
if it's only from clients only, and if you're at home right now complaining, I've been studying, I've been training, I've been getting certifications, I've been creating projects, because this pandemic, yes, is now, but it's not going to go on forever. And if you're not
Absolutely.
prepared now, that should show you for the next time, or you should get prepared. What if this happens again? Are you ready? Are you educated? Are you informed? You know, and that's something that I think we should talk about. I'm here in Canada. Shereese is in the USA. So as far as this pandemic, I think how things are going right now, because with Canada, we're mandated to stay closed. So
Hmm.
we still have a while, but I know in the US, it's a little bit different when it goes from state to state. And there's something that you put on um, your wall. So can you tell me a little bit about that? So it's your last post that you posted, and you've got actually quite a few responses to it. Can you
Yes,
go
and
into
they're
that a
still
little
responding to this. So
bit?
I asked the question, after seeing that the governor of Georgia decided to open up salons and um, barbershops and nail salons, I asked the question. I have my own opinion and I want to talk
Mhm,
about it,
mhm,
but I wanted to see the responses from people who are on social media. And I asked, are you going to go to a salon um, and get your hair done, your nails done? And if so, why or why not? And so I got quite a few responses. Most people said no, which I was happy to hear that. We had a few people who said yes.
mhm,
And it was quite concerning to me because I don't think they looked at the bigger picture or they looked past themselves.
mhm.
It's one thing to have a hairdo or hairstyle, but do you only want it to be shown in a casket?
Exactly. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you keep doing that, that's exactly what's going to happen. You
Mhm,
run the risk of infecting yourself, your family members, your friends,
mhm,
and everyone that you come in contact with. Unfortunately, I was sick last year and I was in a hospital a few times.
mhm,
So I have some pre-existing conditions. So in no way am I letting
mhm,
anyone in my house
mhm.
or or am I going to do anyone's
Yep.
hair, nails, makeup? It's just not an option for me. I value my life too much.
Mhm,
And in this season, in this time, there are so many things that we can be doing besides doing hair. We all have gifts that we have not tapped into. And the world is changing. It will never, ever be the same again. So this is an opportunity for you to rebrand yourself, establish some other things, learn some of the gifts you have and some of the talents you have. Start taking classes and courses. One of the things that I did, which I'm super excited about, because I took a class on stocks. The stock market,
which is totally different than hair.
which is totally different than hair.
Yeah.
But it brings you residual income. And the stock market, over history, it shows after every major crisis, there are multimillionaires who are being made from the stock market. So I decided to follow history for the future.
Yes.
And so I'm so excited about all my new investments and all the new stocks. In the class that I took, and the gentleman, he's going to be doing an online class soon. And I'll share that information on my social media, but he was amazing. He walked me through step by step. No question was a dumb question. Now I bought stocks before, but I didn't have the understanding that I have now. So I made some bad investments that hurt. Now I know.
Yeah, I mean, we have good choices and we have learning choices. I don't think, you know.
I have learning choices, but now I'm going to be able to make some educated choices, which gives me a lot more power.
Yes.
So I'm excited about just this time and using it in a wise way. I always say, don't serve time, let time serve you. If you sit here and complain and wait on the government to take care of you, you won't achieve much in life. You can choose to be ordinary, or you can choose to be extraordinary. And extraordinary people don't sit in packs. They don't wait for the world to create it for them. They do it themselves.
Yeah, like you said, and now's the time to be the leader. Be the leader in your town. Be the leader in, like I say, get yourself educated, rebrand yourself. As I say, even invest in Shereese's course that shows you how to brand if you don't know how to brand, right? So you know everything you need to know. So when this pandemic is, you know, the curve is flattening down and you're ready to go back to work, people are like, oh, wow, we've seen what you've done. You know, we know that you've been working hard. And I think too, it's a feeling of accomplishment. Yes, we all miss our clients. Yes, we miss from being behind the chair. But what if you could offer your clients more when they came back, that you're more better educated, you know more how to serve them, you know more because you're getting certified and you understand COVID-19 a lot better. Or there are courses out there, barberside courses, and there's a lot of free online training that you can take to upgrade your skill. Like you said, if you do extensions, if you do this, you do that. Would you say maybe somebody should take all the services they do and then pick like the top 3 and then kind of specialize, Shereese?
I typically say 2. I think you specialize in normally 2 services. Not that you can't
do others.
Other services, but how many hairstylists do you know that are good at everything? I don't know any. We all have an area where we're excellent at. This is our expertise. And that's the area you really need to push and you really need to focus on. Not that you can't push your other services, but make sure you push the ones that you enjoy, that make you money, and that you're really, really good at. Another thing that you can do from home, I have something on my Instagram called Pick My Brain. This is an opportunity for clients to connect with you for a fee, and you can tell them how to take care of their hair while they're at home. So there are other ways and alternatives for us to make income with the same clientele that we have, and even we can expand it to a larger clientele because we have literally the whole wide world at our disposal.
Exactly.
So if you brand yourself correctly, promote your business, this is a new door that you can open up, and you may be able to stay home comfortably by just talking to your clients and educating them on how to take care of their hair. They cannot replace you.
No.
If your gift is only in your mouth, you might need to go pull that mannequin out and work a little bit harder.
Exactly. I've
So
seen more
nobody can
mannequins
do.
online.
Yeah,
Everybody now is, and they're using social media. More people are doing lives now than ever before. More people are connecting with Zoom ever before. More people are, and why not, like Shereese says, take advantage of that, like the Pick My Brain. Get out there because it's global. You can have somebody sign up for a Zoom meeting, make income that way, and use your resources, whether it's your mouth, your knowledge, or whatever. Connect with those people, and that might be something to think about. How during this time are you connecting with your current clients? Because everybody assumes that all their clients are going to come back.
they're not.
They're not.
They saw my post. I saw a number of hairstylists as well as clients and social media friends who
Mhm,
said they weren't going to the salon for quite some time. And
mhm,
I'm like, kudos to you. That is the smart decision for your life. You have to decide
mhm,
what's most important, my hair or breathing.
mhm.
And I think I
Exactly.
want to breathe a little better, you know. Like I said,
Mhm.
I have family members who have been on oxygen machines, even after they got out of the hospital.
Uh,
Is it really worth it? I saw a barber died. I think he was 40 something years old
mhm.
doing mobile barbering. I'm like, was a
Yes.
$25, $30 haircut worth your life?
Mhm,
I don't think so. I have so much more that I want to share and
mhm.
give, and I'm not willing to play Russian roulette with my life
No.
because you don't know what person is loaded
Mhm,
with the virus. You just don't know. You don't know who's carrying the virus.
mhm.
And so it's better to assume that maybe everyone has it so that you can protect yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's what I'm saying. They could be carrying and not even being aware. Like
Exactly.
similar to myself, I've had health issues. I do have a compromised immune system. So not even with COVID-19, even cold, flu, where most people it's over in 3 days. For me, it could be the last time I got it was up to 4 months. So,
Yes.
and that's just a regular, and I make sure specifically if my clients are sick that, and I wouldn't do that for them. I wouldn't do a service for them if I was sick. So I wouldn't want them just because they want their hair done, say, oh, it's allergies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're coughing, sneezing, oh no, I'm fine. And then because it's my health that's important as well, I want to make sure that, and those are some of the steps we have to look at coming back. You know what I mean? As I say, it's getting yourself ready, because like we said before, not every client's going to come back. So you really need to step up your game. So when those people do come back, or the ones that don't come back, that you can keep them. No one owns anyone, but really it's nice for the client, but don't try to double book. Don't try to cram in as many people as you
No.
can. Take those safety precautions. I mean, I have to watch. I get fired up, and when I get fired up, we could be talking for hours. But but we will be doing. As I say, I do have another group called the Canadian Hairstylist Network. Whichever Canadian stylist you can go. Shereese and I will be doing next week another talk, a live Q&A where you can ask anything you want. She'll choose to answer what she wants. So, but we're going to talk how to become a celebrity hairstylist. So basically, if you're looking for the next step for you, and maybe that's it, and it's something that you've been wondering about, Shereese will be on with me live. And don't worry if you're not part of the group or you're not a Canadian stylist. We will be posting after, so then that way it'll be on YouTube, and then I think we'll do that as well. So we'll go on YouTube and then answer some of your questions from there. Just type them in, or if you have them for Shereese, I'm going to make sure that all her information is there. Make sure to follow her on social media. Check into her branding course and some of the other stuff she offers, just to get you ready through this haul. So if you're not doing anything now, or you need to get yourself to the next level, I really suggest that you look into Shereese's Define course. So then that way she can get you to the next level, and she'll be there to probably answer any questions, or if you have any um, issues or just want to know stuff about what she's teaching, because there is so much. Obviously, in the short time we have, there's a lot to talk about, and we always have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
That's why with Shereese, I'd love to do a live, in which we're going to do some more lives. That way you can kind of pick, but the pick your brain is a great idea. So as I say, it's a great way to offer. So Shereese, what is your Instagram handle that you
My
have?
Instagram handle is Shereese Slate, and it's spelled She and Reese. Slate. That's SHEREESESLATE. My mom gave me all those keys. And I'm going to be talking about, I've been working in the TV and film industry a lot lately.
Yes.
So I'll be sharing on my Instagram, I'll be doing lives talking about how to get involved, how to get into the union, what's the benefits of being in a union, the protections, all the different things that they have. I'm also going to be sharing because I have come across a lot of resources. I'm a researcher. I love to research. But I'm going to be sharing a lot of relief funds for hairstylists and people in the beauty industry. I've come across probably 10, maybe 15, and I'll be posting them on my Instagram for people who are interested and getting some help right now. It's tough. Everybody doesn't know how to use their creativity past their hands, but you got to dig in deep. So there are funds that will help you out during these times, and they're tough for everybody. I mean, this is around the world. This is not just your city, your neighborhood. This is affecting people around the world. This is a time for you to sit back and think, meditate. What can I do that's different from the way I've been doing things? Because let's just think, and we hope this won't happen, and I don't believe it will happen. If you don't be able to go back to the salon for another year, you have to think about some other alternatives of income that you can create, and there are plenty still here in the beauty industry. And so let's talk about some of those things, some different doors that you can open from your home to help your clients and help other people around the country and around the world.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, as I say, even because we're in different parts of the world, but yet we're facing the same type of things. And like you say, what if you, and that's a question to think about, what if you couldn't go back for a year? What if you couldn't go back for 2 years? What are you doing now? I mean, yes, hair can be your life, but what are your other sources of revenue? What things do you need to do to get yourself to the next level? What other streams of income or things that you need? Like right now, a lot of people are, as I say, doing like selling product online, doing a curbside drop off, doing, that kind of stuff. That's fine. But what if it comes to a point where your business may need to close because you don't have that income coming in? Yes, governments have relief programs, but that's only going to last for so long.
Right.
So you have to be really aware of, what's going on, and not just, like I say, let the government take care of you.
We're in a creative business. I mean, if you are in the beauty business, you're a visionary. You see things before they even happen.
Exactly.
And so we can't limit it to just a hairstyle. Think about how to build your brand in other areas. What I did was, I started off working with celebrities, but how do I build my brand even further? I started doing coaching other hairstylists based off my knowledge and experience. I've had 4 salons, so I can open a salon pretty much with my eyes closed. I know how to do it from start to finish. I know how to teach other people how to build their brand so they can become a celebrity hairstylist. So branding became something I became very passionate about. I enjoy it tremendously, and I enjoy helping other people. People inbox me, DM me all the time. And I took a break from social media, so you guys, I'm just literally getting back on last week. But I've been getting DMs, do you have any courses? I also have a mentor program on my website, and I will be adding more information, especially now, to share with hairstylists, makeup artists, and people in the beauty industry of how to build their brand, how to get connected, what is the industry language for the entertainment industry. It's completely different from salons. How do you do hair for TV and film? It's completely different from glam hair and makeup. So there are so many different things that you can do. How to work, how to make money as a hairstylist without working behind the salon chair. I will show you some of those different things that can help you. But you need to be open-minded and think about, how can you do this yourself? What are some things that you can do as a hairstylist? I'm also making masks. I made a couple masks for myself, and then I didn't even post it. I am swamped. I'm like, when I finish, I got to get to my sewing machine. So I'm like, okay, I have some Gucci masks and some Nike masks and all these different things. And I'm like, okay, I was only planning on doing 3 masks.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm doing lots of math.
Yes.
It's another stream of income while
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting home. So think about the different things that you have. Use these things
Mm-hmm.
to bless you and bless your family. There's
Exactly.
opportunities out there for us, and we need to take advantage of
Well, exactly. And I know for me, I mean, yes, it's go, 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 but I find a big thing for me is soaking in the spirit.
them.
When I
Yes,
soak in the spirit and that stuff comes, like you say, use your intellect, use your hands, use the gifts you've been given in order to create. I don't know. It's because I think with people being home, I think they're getting more connected and reconnected. And for me,
absolutely.
faith is a big thing, and it's really where it's led me, and I'm sure with Shereese as well, it's
Oh,
where it's led you,
absolutely.
and doors have opened you never thought would open. Things
Yes.
have
Every morning, before I talk to anyone, before I text, before I answer my phone, I talk to God. When I tell
hmm
you, I literally go into my prayer closet, my
yeah.
real closet. I call it my
hmm
war room.
I love
And
that movie. Did you see that movie?
oh, it's my
Oh.
favorite movie. It was life changing. It saved my life.
Yes.
But that movie, I literally have gone in my closet every single
Yeah.
day. I don't talk to anyone
hmm
before I go into my closet.
yeah.
And if I can't go into my physical closet, like when I was in a hospital,
hmm
before I would talk to anyone, I had my prayer because I have something called a prayer strategy. And I'm going
okay.
to share that with you guys. It's really awesome. It was
hmm
life changing for me. I have a systematic way of how I talk to God. And guess what? He's been answering my prayers. One of
amen.
the things that I'll share with you guys that I do, and when I tell you this has been life changing, I wake up every morning saying to God, I'm expecting something great to happen today. I
hmm
say, I don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, but I'm excited about it. And I thank you for what you did on yesterday. And when I tell you, every day, big or small, he does something. And he told me this. He said, your blessings are in your thank you.
hmm
Stop complaining and be grateful for everything that's going on in your life right now. And I tell you, this has changed my life, and I am the happiest that I've ever been. So faith is everything to me.
hmm
Everything I do is based off of me talking to my
hmm
Father in heaven, because he's
yeah.
directing every path and ordering all of my steps.
Because you can be pitiful or powerful, but you can't be both. And the same,
True.
like, and that's why I thought too, being home, I'm self-isolated. How can I have favor? I'm getting more favor now than ever before than when I
Yeah.
was out. Connections are happening, things are happening, favor is happening. It's just incredible. And once, with that relationship, it just, I don't know, I'm getting all tingly and buzzy now.
I know, right? Well, you know what? I
Woo!
really believe that God, in this time, he is connecting with people who are spiritual and who were not. And I'm starting to hear more people who weren't start to
Exactly.
build a connection with God. They have time to sit back and reflect. They start to understand that the most
hmm
important things are God first and family second. Nothing
Exactly.
else really matters. It really
Mm-mm.
doesn't. And when you put those things first in your life, it will give you joy
hmm
that surpasses all understanding, and a
hmm
peace that surpasses all understanding. So this has been tragic but powerful at the same
hmm
time. And I'm excited about everything that's happening. I think God is like, you know what? You guys need to get it together. This world
hmm
has become very corrupt, very
hmm
selfish, very
Yes.
self-centered, and
hmm
your focus is not on the right thing. I'm first, and everything else falls below me. And
hmm
until you guys get it together, things aren't going to work out the way you want them to. So
hmm
this is the time more than any time in your life to connect with God so that he can direct your path and order your steps, that you may go in the direction that he wants you to.
hmm
And I promise you, you will truly have a peace that surpasses all understanding.
Because it's amazing. Like everybody's saying, oh, this is so bad, but is it really? Now people are
Mhm.
having dinner together. Now people are talking like within their own family.
Yes,
Now vegetation is coming back. Now animals are coming back.
the
Now
air is
the world is,
cleaner.
is cleaner.
Mhm.
There's so much stuff that's happening. And why not, when you go back out those doors, kind of reflect on that and not live the way you were before, because I don't think we're ever going to go back to that
Never.
normal. What
No.
what we call normal then, that normal wasn't working. You know what
It does not exist anymore. We will never go back to the way it was. Now, some people may not realize this, but in the midst of this storm, there's been some great births that have come out of this
Yes.
storm. Everybody isn't struggling. Every
No.
business isn't doing bad. Some businesses are soaring. The people who normally strive and survive are the ones who figure out an answer to a problem. If you find an answer to a problem, life will be much easier for you, because not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping other people. And it's really about showing love. You know, I have a saying that I use and I stick to. And God gave this to me when I was in the hospital. He said, you know what? I know you thought your purpose was to do hair and makeup and make things look pretty. He said, but your real purpose is, and what I want you to walk into the day you die, is to show love all day, every day to everybody. And I said, yes, Lord, I will. I sure will. And so I get up every day excited to show love all day, every day to everybody. And it changes your inner spirit. So you walk around joyful and not sad. When you're happy, you send off that energy to everyone around you. They can see the glow. You know, I posted a picture last week and I was kind of shocked at the amount of people who responded. But they saw something that I didn't have 6 months ago.
Yes.
A joy, a peace that I didn't have. And when you reflect light, it draws people.
When your pics, you're just glowing. You're just glowing. It was like beaming right off the screen. I'm like, wow, I can see that joy and that life and that light. It's incredible. And for me, being behind the chair, that's my vocation, right? And I think, you know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily judged on what you did or you didn't do. I think you're judged on how much you loved other people.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what it is. And it doesn't mean you have to have a ton of money. It doesn't mean, it can mean like sharing a smile. You don't know what other people are going through. And I think us as hairstylists, when we have somebody sitting in our chair, we probably know them better than anyone else in their life. They probably tell us more about things, but sometimes you have to like share that joy, share that connection. And I encourage you now, if you're not connecting with your clients, please do. They might be in a space where they don't have family. They don't have friends. You're the only one that they're connected to, and you're the only one that they actually see. Like, reach out, offer, like you say, a Zoom meeting, or pick my brain, or let's connect, or, you know, let's brainstorm to think of different ideas to keep a connection, you know, with your clients. You're fine with friends, family, and people you know, but what about your clients? Maybe you need.
I just thought of an idea while you were talking. This is a way that you can build for the future, and you can create a list for when things open up and when it's safe. Connect with your neighbors. If you have a neighborhood, an HOA, or maybe you can do a printout of some helpful tips and pass them out to your neighbors. Let them know that you'll be going live at a certain day and a certain time to answer any hair questions that they may have.
Yeah,
so
that's
this
amazing.
is a way of building a clientele with people who you would have never connected with had this storm not happened. So find the blessing in the storm. I promise you there is one.
Yep. Oh, we just have your picture. Your video went. Oh, you're back. But you did something great, which I saw on your Facebook, is that you left products outside.
Yes, I thought about how could I like to give out what I call sugar. I like to bless people. I think I told you before when I'm.
It's because you're so sweet.
Sugar for me is connected to love. So I may be in a grocery store, and if I'll see someone with a nice hairdo or something, and I'll walk up to them and I'll say, "Your hair looks absolutely amazing," and I'm not looking for anything in return. I just want to give out some sugar. I want to make somebody's day. So I thought, how could I be a blessing to my neighbors and to any clients who may call? So I was on tour, and Farouk, they were cheap products. They were backing me by giving me products when I was going around the country speaking at school. So I still have a lot of products left over. So I decided to put a table outside my house and leave a note out there for people to come by, take two, leave two for someone else. And I wanted to be able to be a blessing to my neighborhood. This was an opportunity for me just to give. And I believe as a man sows, so shall he reap.
Mm-hmm.
In due time. It may not be today or tomorrow,
No.
but you're gonna get back whatever you put in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to put some sugar and some love in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because it was a neighbor who I had never met before came and knocked on my door. Is this product really good? Of course, I stood way back.
Yeah, exactly. That's 6 foot, 6 feet.
I'm like, who is this?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it's amazing. I said, you will love these products. And so she was like, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen her, would have never connected with her had I not put those products outside.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And there's all these little things. And I think, and that's one lesson we're learning too, because we're always so go, instant gratification. Like you said, you sow, you may not reap right away, but eventually you will, you know, and you never know what you've sown into that person's life. Maybe they're feeling down. They got this free product and then that meant the world to them. You just never know. It's not always about sales. A lot of it's about connection, because connection and relationship, I think, is the biggest thing in business that you need to learn. Not how much you can sell, not how many followers you have, not how, you know what I mean, how many clients. It's how you connect with them. Because I think, so if I put an ad, Shereese put an ad, and we said, I do haircuts, I do color, I do extensions, I do this. Well, what differentiates us? It's the experience the client has, and it's a relationship they have.
Absolutely. You know, I wake up every day, and one of my things is, what seed can I sow today? To whom and how? I want to be a blessing every day of my life. How can I bless someone? Sometimes it's monetarily, sometimes it's emotionally, sometimes it's a hug. But every day you can go and bless somebody and pour into someone every day. It always blesses you back. If you're down and you're depressed right now and you're listening, I challenge you to go and make somebody else smile. It's going to boomerang back to you, and you will feel so warm and fuzzy and so good about yourself. So when you're going through these rough times and you're trying to figure it out, this is not your problem to fix. It's your problem to be a blessing to. If you want to fix it in any kind of way, go share, go give love, go bless somebody else. And you'll be surprised at the doors that will open for you. The checks that are, I mean, I got checks in the mail and I'm like, I would hear people talking about that. And I was like, oh, they're just making that up until it happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay. But it started happening when I started sewing. The more I sew, the more I receive.
Exactly.
And so I wake up expecting things to happen to me great. And it's so much power in your tongue. Speak life and not death. You know, I had a friend to say, what did she say? Oh, Lord, it's always something wrong. I'm like, no, but if you keep speaking that, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's always going to be something wrong. And I had another friend, every time I talk to him, he is the most amazing guy. But sometimes when you can get into a rut, it will change your outlook and you'll start speaking all these negative things over your life. And you have to train yourself to speak positive. And the best way to do it is to be around positive people.
Exactly. And change your mindset. And it does make a big difference with the people you do hang out with. But as I say, if you're prophesying this over your life, that's what you're going to have, because that's what you're saying. But you know, everything is temporal. You know what I mean? Because even when you thought that big thing that happened 10 years ago was never going to end, obviously, you know, it did. Because, and to say, it's about sowing, it's about reaping, it's about connecting. But it, like, as I say, it's getting my train of thought here. But really, what you speak over yourself is really something big, which I'll be doing another live. And to say, it's called Getting Rid of the Garbage. And that's part of it. The negative thoughts that you have, that I'll be doing next, I think next Monday, I have a live I'll be doing. But the same, there's a lot of garbage that we all have that people don't see that. You think, oh, Clint, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't blah, blah, blah. Maybe you're not meant to have that because something greater is coming for you. But the negative talk really hits it on the head. And that's one of the biggest things that keeps you where you're at.
Absolutely.
You're never going to get better. They always get, Shereese always gets the clients. I don't. She's a celebrity. You know what I mean? It's always someone else. Well, what about you? Did you do anything? Do you deserve receiving? You know, if you're doing nothing, maybe Shereese works her butt off. I don't. And then I should expect the same as her? No. I'm not sewing the
Exactly.
same as her. You know, and if
Exactly.
you're like, well, I want to keep everything for me because I don't want to give anything away, well, guess what? That's all you're going to have.
Exactly. You can't, if
You
you don't
know?
open your hand up, you can't get anything in. I
Hmm.
always tell people you are the core of the 5 people that you're most connected with.
Exactly.
So if you are not connected with people who are going in the direction you want to go, you might want to change your 5 core people in your life.
Hmm.
Now, you don't want to get rid of them, but you may not speak to them as often because they're not feeding your spirit and giving you that positive vibe, those positive energies. If they're always complaining,
Hmm.
you either need to do one or two things: change the subject and bring them up,
Hmm.
or
Or they're going
release
to bring
them.
you down.
Yeah, or release them
Yeah.
to do something else. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of busy. I'm going to call you back.
Hmm.
And it might be 2-3 days, 2 or 3 weeks,
Hmm.
2-3 months.
Yes.
But I don't have energy or time to spend my day on negative people. I'll
Hmm.
sew, but I'm not going to spend two
No.
hours talking to someone who's going to bring my spirit down. It's just not worth it for me.
Hmm.
And you have to love yourself enough to stay lifted
Hmm.
and love other people enough to either let them go or pour
Hmm.
something into them and keep on moving until they have the energy and strength to come back around and receive what you're offering. Because
Hmm.
sometimes you're poor and they can't see it right then. And I've
No.
learned, just plant seeds. They may not get
Hmm.
it today, but one day that light bulb may go off and you're
Yeah.
like, thank God. Because it happened to me. I had an aunt who I love and adore.
Hmm.
She would always tell me something, and I'm like, I want to get it. I want to get it. And
Hmm.
as time went on, I stayed connected with her. She kept giving me all this positive energy, and the
Hmm.
light bulb went off. And I'm
Yes.
like, thank God it finally went
Hmm.
off.
Yeah, it did. I mean, and that's one thing. It's like you can't give what you don't have. So a lot of people,
Right.
that's what it is. They have self-loathing. They don't love themselves. So one course, I actually created a couple of courses, free courses online. One is the self-love letter. So it teaches you how to write a love letter to yourself.
Oh, love
So to
that.
your inner child, and then
Hmm.
who you are now, and then your future self. So it's because a lot of people don't really know how to talk to themselves, and self-talk is one of those big things. Like say the negative thought, self-talk works the same way. I also
Yes.
did another one, which is the 8 steps of forgiveness, because we all got somebody we need to forgive,
That's
even
right.
if it's yourself. But the 8 steps, it really ends to say it's a free online course. Not that I'm plugging anything for anybody, but they're out there if people want to, on my academy, if people are looking for that. But there's so much, as I say, like you and I could probably talk for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's so much, so much, so much stuff. So
Can I
before we,
just say this real quick? For
yeah.
you guys who are listening to Brad, he is a wealth of information. He is absolutely amazing. Every time I talk to him, he builds me up, he inspires me. He says something so great. So if you are listening, if you are tuning in right now, you need to stay tuned in. You need to listen to this podcast, the next one, and the next 25, 30 that's coming behind it.
Well, we know you're going to be on a lot more,
And
and
he
I
didn't
can
pay me
say,
to say that.
no, but I could say the exact same thing for you. Like, I get filled with so much light and so much love and so much happiness every time I talk to you. So
Oh,
even
thank
though the
you.
time when we're not always talking, you were probably one of those rocks for me that I
Oh,
thought back to just to keep me grounded and to keep me focused and to keep me
oh,
from getting down and to keep me from, because there are special people that are always going to be in your life. You know,
that's true.
are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You know what I mean? But
That's true.
we are offline. Shereese and I are so connected on so many things. Like believe me, the stuff we don't record and when we talk, it's like a powerhouse of stuff.
That's right.
But what I'm going to do before in closing, because I know we want to go and I know people can listen, but I'm going to get Shereese on next week. I'll put a post up that the day she's going to go live, she's going to talk about how to be a celebrity stylist. But you also have your course online as well, so you can give me some a little quick overview and where they go. We'll also put the link as well for people to check it out. So if you want to go sign up, check it out before Shereese goes on live with me and kind of get some points. And then, so I'll let you take it, Shereese. So tell us about what your star-studded course is about.
Okay, the star-studded clientele is really a journey of what it took me to do to become a celebrity hairstylist. I give you all the tips, all the secrets. I give you the language, the knowledge, connections. How do you go about setting yourself up to become a celebrity hairstylist? How do you connect with celebrity clients? I give you all the details, and I tell you some stories of what I did, how I got started, when I got started, who I worked with. Again, the industry language, because it's completely different from working in a salon. So when you walk away from this program, you will have the knowledge and the power to also go out there and get you a star yourself.
Because you're right, as I say. Oh, go ahead.
Go to, I forgot to tell you where to get it from. So if you go to ShereeseSlate.com or go to my Instagram, there's a link on my Instagram. And I don't think I have it on my Facebook. I'll post it on my Facebook as well.
And we'll have it here. We'll have it here on the video as well.
Brad will give you a link to where you can go and get the star-studded clientele. It is a life changer, a game changer. I always tell people that if you want to become successful, the first person you need to invest in is yourself. I did. It worked for me. I'm going to be posting some things in my membership group to tell about some of the stories, some of the things I did, how people can go about connecting and doing the same for themselves. For the people who truly want it, what I've learned is people say they want it, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get to where they want to go. So for those who do, those extraordinary people, they'll do what it takes to make it happen.
Because being a celebrity stylist is totally different than being a salon stylist.
Completely.
The work is different. How you approach the clients are different. It's a whole world. And you mean, as I say, for us, we kind of got into it, but at least you created something that is a step-by-step. So at least somebody doesn't have to do that same learning curve. They can get mentored by you.
About how to have a resume. Like there are 3 different types of resumes that you can have for the industry: your corporate resume, your print resume, and your film resume. So I have all 3 of those. So I share with how to build that type of resume, how to set it up. Also, just your brand. I have a one sheet. I have a press kit. I have all these different things. So if someone wants to connect with me on a commercial level, on a film level, in any way possible, I have the tools that are needed to go into any industry as it pertains to hair and beauty. You want to be prepared for the opportunity. One thing, and this will be my last statement.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is that I do, and I use this as my motto throughout my whole career, is it's better not to have an opportunity and be prepared than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So God has always blessed me by being ready for the opportunity down the road. I built my kit before I started connecting with people. I started doing my branding and doing different things before I ever got a celebrity. So you have to prepare yourself for the opportunity that comes down the road. And believe me, if you keep knocking on enough doors, one will open for you.
Exactly. And that's what it is. I mean, most people even don't know what a press kit is. Most people don't know you need several different. Most people don't know, but at least with you, you share everything you do need to know. Plus you offer coaching, you offer mentoring, you offer a special membership program, which is great because a lot of times people think everything I need to know I learned in hair school. Most of the stuff I learned in hair school is not going to help you become, because I've done it. I mean, I went to hair school. I was a salon owner. I assisted. I did 8 years of competition. I became a celebrity stylist. I'm a platform artist. You don't just get out of school and become these things.
No, you don't.
The celebrities, they don't, like, you just got out of school. They're not going to be calling you.
Right.
But I also worked in the theater industry, the film industry and stuff as a performer. So I got to know a lot of people, and everybody's story is a little bit different, but there are certain protocols you need to follow. You can't just walk in with no experience and no credentials and don't be blind.
Absolutely.
I just want to keep talking to you.
I love talking to you. And you give me so many ideas. Things are just rolling through my head. So
yeah, but that's the spirit, right?
Yes. Spirit connects, right?
Yeah. So we're going to talk after this, which we're not going to record. But
Okay.
but I want Shereese, just as in closing, can you give us like one nugget of gold for everybody listening?
My biggest nugget of gold now it's a spiritual nugget. As he says, seek the kingdom first, and all those things will be added unto you. If you seek God first, he will line your life up to have the joy, the peace, the finances, everything that your heart desires. So for me, that's the space I've been in. I was in a crazy, chaotic space where I was living in fear. And while I had a lot of success, I didn't have joy. And to have success and no joy, that's not a wonderful place to be. You may make a lot of money, but you're miserable. Now I have peace that surpasses all understanding. Is because I put my priorities in place. God first, family second, business third. And pay yourself, invest in yourself. That is the best gift you could ever give yourself. Invest in yourself spiritually, mentally, and financially. And if you don't, if you want things to come to you, you're gonna have to do those things. In order for me to work with one celebrity, to build my salon, to build a clientele, to travel around the world, I had to invest in myself. This is an opportunity. If you have any extra funds, or I'll say additional, because I don't really believe in extra funds, additional funds, invest in your kids. Start preparing for the windfall that you want. Expect it, believe it, and start using positive words to help to propel you to the next level in your life.
Well, that's amazing. Oh, wow. I don't even want this to end, but I know everybody listening, they're going to be like, you know, I hope you're on fire as much as we are, but make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.
And follow me, because you guys, I just got back on social media. So
Exactly.
I'm rebuilding my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. I'm going to have some great nuggets for you guys.
Yeah. So if you want to just say on Instagram, it's Shereese Slate, correct?
Yeah, so everything, remember, branding is key. If you go to Shereese Slate on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest,
all the same name,
YouTube,
all the
everything, my brand is consistent, and I want yours to be too. So follow me so I can share some tips with you.
Awesome. So we'll see you next time on the Hairstylist Empowerment Podcast.